Well, hi there. My name's Carpo, and I'm a prepper. What I mean by prepper, I mean I like to be prepared for things. And you might look at me and think, oh, he's just some hippie dude. Probably wouldn't be able to take care of himself in a major catastrophe. And I only say that because I've actually had people say things like that in past videos. Like, you probably expect the government to bail you out if things get bad, and yeah, you probably, lean on the government for assistance. This kind of mentality people have about people judging them based on how they look. And I only say this because, coincidentally enough, uh, I started out my channel talking about prepping. Now, I made several videos back in around 2011 where I talked about dried food and how to have enough water and supplies and ham radios and all these different things to prepare for any potential catastrophe, all the way down to Faraday cages for electronic devices. And over a period of time, I gradually acquired certain things and certain knowledge, books, ideas, and no longer really worried about it anymore. Did I ever give up on the fact that some major catastrophe might happen? Of course not. It could happen anytime. There could be a major CME or solar flare, rather, that takes out the grid that comes in a matter of hours or a day, and we have little to no time to prepare for it. And once the lights are out, and the rest is history. I don't sit and dwell on it. I don't sit and worry about it and obsess over it and plan my life around what might happen. And nobody should. But a lot of people do. It was years after I started my prepping excursions that shows like Doomsday Preppers came out. And I watched a couple and I thought, oh my God, this is ridiculous. If they're not setting this up completely, then these people are complete lunatics or complete morons. Showing your bunkers and the location of where you keep your food and the stuff that you have, it was most likely all just a ploy for TV. But the point being that there are people that are really that serious about preparing, making their family go through all these, tactical, practicing for a disaster which may never happen. I have a kind of a humorous picture in my mind of somebody locking themselves in a bomb shelter and then the floods come, right? Or, it seems that whatever disaster is going to come from a direction you don't expect. But a lot more people these days, and this is why I'm making this video, I hear a lot more of these guys. And I just saw one that I saw the title of the video and it said, it's right there, it says, Prepare for Crisis. I'm not going to say the guy's channel name, it doesn't matter. But I turned it on and it was just this guy sitting there. Really nice, well-focused camera, perfect lighting, kind of a poofy vest with a camouflaged hat on for some survivalist group. He's talking about how he's just learning about the fourth turning and how, every 80 years, a human lifetime, there's this system that he's learned about that, we go into a crisis mode and then we come back out. It all relates to various ages of age of decadence. People talk about Rome, the collapse of empires. The point being that people really want to know what's going on and they want to educate themselves to be prepared. And that's something that I admire and I respect. But back when I was talking about this and looking at other channels years ago, a decade ago, it was people who were really interested in just being prepared and being aware and protecting their families and feeling safe. But today, every single guy that comes on has to let you know right away, oh, by the way, like this guy, he's like, oh, I just got back from a Black Rifle Coffee conference. Oh, God. And then he goes on to plug some other survival group. It's like, it comes down to sponsorships, and money. And then what really got to me is it was years back when all this shit started with guys like Alex Jones. He started selling survival food. You get prepared, get in your bunker, 5-gallon buckets. And this was the same survival food that I would say pick up down at my local Winco grocery store for about 65, 75 bucks for a 5-gallon bucket with, say, a couple weeks worth of food for the family. And I got a few of those, and then I see him selling them for probably a 8, 10 times markup. And all of a sudden, all of these survivalist companies, really just profiteers, this started in 2000, but it moved on through 2012, and that's where it really got going during the whole 2012 thing. And from then on, it just became a line of just garbage. People selling you all kinds of crap. Stuff that you might not even know if really works in a crisis or a disaster, or something that you might not ever need. But it became a niche, it became a trend to be a prepper. And there became this, quote, community of people that were really just selling merchandise. So I just wanted to make that clear and my thoughts on it. I think it's pretty pathetic because when you run out of info to talk about, you'll start making up shit. You'll start talking about how, oh, I heard this crisis is coming. And, you know, as soon as I find a channel that I think is good, the next thing I see is they keep uploading these doomsayer videos where, you know, oh, it's coming right around the corner. It's coming. Be prepared. You're going to be able to finally use all that survival gear as if it's something to look forward to instead of just living in the now and being prepared and knowing you're prepared. But thanks for telling everybody where all your food is stored, and I'm sure your neighbors will be happy to know. And yeah, those are just some of my thoughts on the YouTube preppers and just how I can't even think of the word that I'm looking for. Not just commercialized, but just so fake. Just so fake and all about the money. So those are my thoughts, and I'll talk to y'all next time. Be well. Take care of each other. And in a real disaster, your neighbors aren't going to come over like zombies and attack you. They'll probably come over and talk about shit, and you can help each other out, because that's how most people really act. But there will be the shit balls, so be prepared for them. Talk to you later.